I'm back. Uh, yeah. I see one viewer. I know that's probably Aaron. Um, um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I had to restart the stream through Streamyard. So, but yeah, I wanted to just um, test it out to see if it works, and it does. So, um, but yeah, I was testing it out on my laptop since I don't have a phone right now, since my Samsung Galaxy S23, not 23, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra doesn't work anymore. It broke down. It broke down last week, so I'm planning on upgrading this week from T-Mobile. Um, a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Uh, you know, you know, you know, so that way I have a new phone. I have you know and all that. So I'll be doing that. Um, so as of right now, I'll be just doing my live streams through my laptop for the time being. Um, so we'll probably be like maybe this week or next week. We'll see what happens. I know. Without a phone, it's hard. Without having a phone, you know, you know, you know, and all you have is a laptop or a tablet. That's the next thing I might do is I might look into buying a new tablet. I had a Samsung tablet before for back then, and I did love it, but you know, uh, you know, um, I used it a lot, so you know, um, yeah, um, but yeah, so hopefully, hopefully by November, I'll see what Best Buy has, or Walmart or Target or any of those, or Amazon, since I have that. See what deals they have on tablets, Samsung tablets. I know they're like, in the 300, 400, 500, and all that stuff. There's might be some for less, but but I might see what there is, for tablets and all that. So, but anyways, but anyways, but anyways, but anyways, but anyways, uh, but anyways, yeah. So I don't know if anyone else will be here. I know they're busy. Either with work or just getting off of work. So it's only 4:30 here in California in Palm City. So in other places it's probably like 7 or 8. At night. So they're just probably having either having dinner with the family, with their family, or just getting off of work, at a later time, so that's all right. So, um, 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 I took a long break. Aaron, and here's the reason. It's because of the trolls and all the drama that's been happening lately. And I know you know all about it. Um, with all the things that are happening with other streamers and all that stuff, and I'm like, man, man, it's just It's just that people just don't want to be adults. They just want to act like kids. And and um, and I just didn't want to be in the middle of me doing my live streams and be in the middle of theirs. Doing their drama and blah blah blah. So that's why I took a long hiatus, a long break. A long hiatus. So you know, so you know, uh, uh, but man, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, Aaron. You know, you know, it's really bad and on YouTube and all that. It's really bad. So, um, but but yeah. So, um, but anyways, but but yeah. So I don't know who the second viewer was, but that person left. I don't know who that was, um, but 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 let me see. Let me try something. Let me try something for a minute. Uh uh. Oh, that won't work. uh. I was trying to see about trying to do to bring people up on the live stream. When the people do an interview and all that stuff, and just want to talk and all that. I might be planning on doing that. Sometime. I don't know when, but I want to start doing that with a lot of the people that I'm friends with on here. So I want to start doing some like panels, you know, and bring people on, um, you know, and all that. But I might not do that as of yet. I'm just testing this out to see how everything is with StreamYard and Restream and all that stuff, and 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 then maybe once I do more live streams, and all that, maybe I might start doing, you know, start bringing people up if they want to talk and all that. I might put the link in the chat, so if anyone wants to join, you know, so I might be doing that. So yeah, I might start doing that, at some point. So, but there has to be there has to be you know people that want to join. Not and I'm not saying trolls. I'm not bringing up trolls. I'm not being like other streamers that bring up trolls. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just bringing up like my mods if they want to join in, or if all my subscribers that aren't mods, if they want to join, I'll put the link in the chat. So if they want to join and hop on, I'm able to add people. You know, um, yeah, um so I might be doing that, you know, you know, you know, down the road. So um, you know, probably probably maybe after the fourth. I'm not celebrating the Fourth of July on Friday. I'm not celebrating. I'm just relaxing and resting at home. Since I'm not able to move, I haven't able. I've been bedridden since April of last year, so I haven't been able to walk. I have low muscle tone in my legs. I have really bad back problems in my lower back and my upper back. Um, so, uh, so, yeah. So I'm not doing any like festivities for the fourth. So I'm just being with my parents, just staying with them. Being here in the house and relax. And maybe do a live stream if no one's busy. If no one's busy, I might just do a live stream and just have a fun one, have some laughs. Since I do stand up comedy and voice impressions and all that stuff, we do need that. So maybe I might do that on Friday. Maybe do a special Fourth of July live stream. You know, so um, but 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 if I don't, then it'll probably, if I don't do a live stream on Friday, it might be Monday. Well, I know today is Monday, but next Monday. Um. So so um. But anyways, yeah. So um um. But um. But But anyways, yeah. So um. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of drama on YouTube right now, and I just don't want to be. I just didn't want. I don't want to be involved with it. I just don't want to be a part of their live stream. I'll just be alerter, and just alert on their live stream and see what they're doing and stuff. But I won't like be involved with the others, since there's people in other people's chats that hate me or have bullied me and all that stuff, and I won't be a part of their live stream if that's what's happening. So I hate bullies. I won't deal with bullies. I don't tolerate bullies, and I will not have anyone bully anyone in my live stream. So um, but yeah. So um, but anyways, but anyways, but but yeah. So I just been having a break, from live streaming, for a while. I just started live streaming, last week, and the last live stream I did was from my phone, that my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I did my last stream was from my phone. I did that, and then and then and then and then the next day when I woke up, it didn't work anymore. So so that's why I'm upgrading to the S25 Ultra. So so I'll be doing that. Um, so I'll be doing that. but but um but if there's anyone that would love to join my live stream and be on if it doesn't it if you want to be on if you want to be on camera, that's fine. If you don't want to be on camera, I understand. If you don't want to join, I mean, I'll be fine with that also. I know Aaron. I know Aaron is. I know Aaron is just my mod. So I mean, if he wants to join, that's fine. If he doesn't want to join, that's fine. If he wants to stay in the chat, that's fine. But I'll be doing some panels, you know, down the road. Maybe let me think. Maybe I might do it next week. I don't know when, but I would have to plan it. But yeah, I might do my first panel next week. Um, might be it might be maybe Wednesday. You know, next Wednesday. I might do it. So I might do a panel with my mods if they want to join, or just my subscribers that are loyal if they want to join. Um, so uh, so we'll wait and see what happens. You know, I mean, you know, we'll see how everything is. You know. Um, let me test something. Uh, 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 uh. Oh, that's how you do it. I'm testing out the invite to see how that is. Ooh, I'm able to have 6 people on the screen at once. Nice. Um, yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'll do. Is I'll copy the link. I'll put it in the chat, and if anyone wants to join, on the screen, if they want to have the camera on, or they just want to be like me without the camera on, you know, you know, I'm all for it. So I'm fine. I'm fine with anyone that wants to do it. So, um, but but you know, you know, you know, we'll have to plan it for next Wednesday. I don't know what time. I might do it around this time, like maybe like four my time in California. Um, so I might do that. So it'll be it'll be next Wednesday. Probably you know yeah, probably at 4. So um so um um but anyways, yeah. Um but yeah, but anyways, yeah, this was just a test run on StreamYard to see how everything is. And I have to say, like from my live stream I did last night on Restream, um the thing is with Restream, now here's the thing. When you're on the panel, when you're on a panel, like I've done before with a few people that subscribe to me and stuff, it doesn't have a chat window where you're able to see who's replying and all that stuff. Like it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that. Restream doesn't have that feature. StreamYard, on the other hand, does have it. So if I bring someone up on panel and they want to tap on the chat thing and see who's replying to who, and if anyone has questions or whatever, then that will work. So, um, but yeah. Yeah, StreamYard seems to be the one that I might use for the panels. So that might be this might be the one that I might be doing it on. So um 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 but um but but anyways but anyways but yeah um oh, by the way um 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 if anyone has seen on YouTube, you know how you see your at name on YouTube on people's live streams in the chat and stuff, and it's your let's say my at name is Eric1130. That's my at name for YouTube. Well, in chats, I've been noticing it might be a YouTube glitch, but or something like that, but I don't know. But I've noticed in a few live streams that I've been on, like Tori's or others, I've noticed that their at name is their uh their name with the number on it, with the numbers on it. So it might be a YouTube glitch, but I don't know. But all I see on my end is Never and Aaron. So so I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. YouTube is having problems, as it always does. So um, you know, But yeah, I see Aaron's name with Never and Aaron. So there's no problem on my live stream. So it might be different on others, but you know how that is. you know um um but 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 anyways but anyways yeah. Yeah I've been noticing that on different live streams on YouTube. So um so maybe they're trying to work on that, with their team at YouTube, and trying to fix it. So we'll have to see how that is. you know um but but yeah. So anyways um um I don't know if anyone else will join, but like I said, they might be eating dinner or leaving work, driving home, so you know or busy on other people's live streams. Having a fun time. You know, that's also what others have done. So you know, but 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 I don't know who's who's uh 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 let me uh uh but yeah, so yeah, I'm seeing people on right now. So um uh oh wow, there was a lot of people that were on. Wow. I won't name names, but I won't name their names, but we know who they are. you know. um but but yeah, so um but I don't know who the second viewer is. But um um uh um you know um so um yeah um but but yeah, so so I'll be doing my first panel next Wednesday around this time, like 4:30. um 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 uh One thing I won't be doing is bringing trolls on, and having them join and all that. I'm not doing that. So if they join and all that, then I will remove them, or have my mods remove them, from the stream, ban them, you know. So um um so um but anyways, um but yeah, so um 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 so yeah but yeah, this was a nice test, on SteamYard. So um 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 so there you go. Yeah, yeah. Those are for the trolls. Those are for the trolls. Except for the ones that uh that are my subscribers. They're the ones that are the I'll say this, Aaron. I'll say this. The ones that are my subscribers are allowed to stay. You know, they're fine. Even the ones that are mods, they're fine. Um but the ones that are trolls, the ones that are trolls, they will be hidden from my live stream by my mods. And yeah, so yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, yeah. So if there's anyone that is a troll, then they will be banned. So, you know, you know, So yeah, but yeah. So, uh, yeah. So, um, but but anyways, yeah. So, um, um, but yeah. So we'll see what happens. Uh, uh, for next week and all that for doing a panel. I just have to copy the link and then put it in the chat. So if anyone wants to join, that's fine. Um, 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 um. Well, not right away, Aaron. Not right away. Um, not right away. Um. I might. I have to have. I might. I have to. Have the feel of the use of using it. But I will be doing it. Doing live streaming on it. At some point. But I just don't want to have it overheating. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to have it like overheat. With having the new phone and then I'm out. Out. I just don't want to start live streaming on right away. So, but I will live stream from it. Once I have the hang of it and all that. But as for right now, once I have it in hand and stuff, I'll I'll I will be using my laptop for the time being until I have the hang of uh um the hang of my new phone. So I won't be live streaming until I have the hang of it. So but yeah, but I'll be on my laptop for a while. So I mean, I've done it before. I mean, I've done live streams on my laptop before, and it's never had a problem. It it you know you know you know I mean, my laptop's 11 years old, so it's an old laptop from like 2013, 2014. So um so it's had its use of live streaming on the laptop. So so I've done it before on YouTube before. So I think I've done it on YouTube before, but I don't remember. But 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 yeah. So um but yeah. So um but anyways, yeah. So let me test something. I'm gonna test something. Test something right now. Now, Aaron, I want you to be. You don't have to join on the screen, but I want to test this. Test this out and see if you see it in the chat. If you see it, Uh, all right. Let me see. Let me see. Uh, uh, let me see here. Uh, all right. Let's try this. Do you see, hey Aaron? Do you see that? What I put in the chat, the Streamyard link. Do you see it on on your end? Let me know. So that way I know, so I'll be able to uh do my panel for next Wednesday. So if I have to um you know copy and paste and put it in the chat and do it from my laptop. So let me know if you. All right, perfect. So yeah, yeah, I'm just testing it out. Yeah, I'm just testing it out. So um, you know, you know, so it's there in the chat and for people to join for next Wednesday. Um, um, but yeah, so um, but yeah, um, but yeah, but yeah, so um, but yeah, it's just you know, a chance to see if you know everything works fine, and it does work fine. So um um oh, I'm able to present an invite. So if I want to present something and do that, I'm able to do that. So um but yeah, um um but yeah, uh let me think here. Let me think. Um do I want to live stream later? Maybe like around, maybe like 8 or 9. Let me think. Yeah, I might be able to do that. Yeah, I might be able to live stream later if anyone's able to join for later. Um yeah, so yeah, I'll probably be on later tonight. Um um yeah, I'll probably be on for later. Um so if you're able to join later, Aaron, yeah, that'll be amazing. I don't know. I don't know if you'll be with Eric Rader for later, but I know he's always on. Around that time. So maybe after Aaron is done, not Aaron, Eric Rader. After Eric Rader is done, then maybe have his people be sent over to mine and see what happens. But I don't know. It just depends on when you know, you know, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yesterday, not yesterday. Last night, I had you already know Co Bill, and you obviously know Anthony, your friend Anthony. He was there. He was there on my live stream last night. Um, you know, but yeah, they were both here on my restream, live, last night through YouTube. Um, so um yeah, they were here. They were here last night. Um but uh but if they're here, then you'll know that Anthony will be here. You know how that is, Aaron. um but um but yeah. um um but but yeah, hopefully when Eric Rader is done with his live, you know, whatever time he's done, you know, you know, you know, I don't know if he does room raids, but if he does do room raids, um, send I might join in on his live later, but I might, like, you know, I might be there on his live later, but um, but uh, 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 you know, so that I'll be on his live around 7, yeah, 7 and all that around there, you know, and then I'll be there for a while, and then and then after that, I'll tell him I have to go set up my live stream, and if you want to send your people my way, then that's fine. But we'll see what happens later tonight, you know. So um, we'll see how everything is. Um, 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 but but uh, but yeah. So um uh, but anyways, I'm trying to think. What time I want to be live. Maybe like 8:30. Maybe that might be the plan. 8:30 or 9. Maybe around there. So that's what I might do is around that time, 8:30 or 9. I don't want to step on Eric Raiders live, and be all over his. So yeah, I think 8:30 would be fine, for my live stream. So um um but yeah, normally on my live stream I was on last night, I only had two viewers, and that was Anthony and Seal Bill. No one else. So um but but uh but yeah, um so we'll plan my live stream for 8:30. um 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 and then you know and start I start my live after I leave Eric Raiders live, and then and then and then hopefully his subscribers will join. Let me see something for a minute. uh Let me see something for a minute. I'm seeing who's on right now. Relatable Reese. I'm seeing. Uh, uh, um, and one of our one of our haters that is on right now. We all know who that is. um, but yeah. So um 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 yeah. So I guess uh I'll be at Eric Raiders live. When he starts, and then at 8:30. Yeah, at 8:30, I'll leave. I'll start my live, and hopefully, you know, A Girl will be here. She's my mod. I mean, you're my mod, Aaron, and so is A Girl, and Krista, and a few others. You know, uh, but yeah, so um, but yeah, so anyways, I will end the live here, and I will be back on after Eric Raiders live. If he's still on, if he's about to end around 8:30 or maybe close to 9, you know, um, I'll be live, and I'll wait. So, but anyways, I guess I'll see you at Eric Raiders live. So later. I'll see you at his live later. So but anyways, I'll be back on tonight and see if anyone joins. All right, I'll see you all later. All right, bye.